Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yahlia in this incarnation, and today I wanted to talk about the transformation of imbalances. So, I think it's important to clarify that imbalances are not usually an action of one day. Imbalances are created by behaviors, patterns, and programming that we have sustained for a long time, and that were created in first place as an adaptation mechanism to the environment in which we grew up and also to function in society. So nowadays, many of us, we are realizing that there are a lot of patterns in our society that cause a great imbalance in our lives, in our experience. So that's why it's very important to change them. And to change a pattern, we have to change our perception. So many times when we already detected this programming in our experience, to go from point A to point B could cause a lot of resistance. And I'm going to put an example, but this could be translated to anything else. But I think this is something very common that I saw a lot in our society. So let's suppose that a person grew up in an environment whose dysfunctionality was to be compared all the time with other people. So this created a self-worth wound. And when this person becomes an adult and wants to create something, wants to manifest something or to create a project, this voice appears and is saying you're not capable or you're not enough to do this. So many times to go from that voice, I'm not capable and I'm not enough to do this, to I am valuable, I am worth, and I am capable of creating everything that I want, is something that it's hard to believe and cause resistance because the first pattern is very fixed. So I think it's important to find a way from point A to point B at those moments, to be very patient when we want to transform something in ourselves, and to focus, for example, and in how I can do that thing, or how can I contribute to that thing, and to go from less to more in order to change the whole pattern. So other example about this is suffering. Suffering comes from observing our reality, and that present moment is not coinciding with the expectation that I want the present moment to be. So many times to stay in this state of suffering and to feel happy and to go to the other extreme, it's not possible, and also cause resistance. Obviously, I think that acceptance is something very important. I was saying that in other video too, because to accept what we have, what we feel, what we are thinking right now is the point that enables that I can change that. So it's very different to accept something and let go than attaching ourselves and to fit that thing. That will cause more suffering, and many times we need suffering to get to a point that we don't want suffer anymore. So that's why I think the most of the spiritual awakenings, what we call as a spiritual awakenings, are coming from a crisis. So the same way as the other example, I think it's important to find a way from suffering to happiness. And many times it's not going from an extreme to another. It's like taking baby steps, like doing something with your body. I think it's very important to channel emotions and to come back to the body, because coming back to the body makes us present. So to stretch our body, to contact with our breathing, to stay in the sun, to have a cup of tea, I don't know, little things that can take out ourselves from that place and take ourselves to the alignment. And the more we practice this, the more that we are going to establish this habit in ourselves. So it's going to be more easier each time. But how I said before, I think it's very important to accept what it is, what is appearing, every thought and everything that is coming, because that is the only way that we can really change, because we cannot modify something that we are in denial to see. So I just wanted to leave this reflection today. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.